The workbook versus the worksheet. The workbook is your file. It's when you open a new document in Excel, what you're opening is a new workbook. Your workbook is made up of a number of worksheets. These are the worksheets within your workbook. When you open a new Excel document, you'll come up with an automatic sheet 1, sometimes sheet 2 or 3, depending on your version of Excel. We can add to this by clicking on the plus sign here, which we hover over. It tells us new sheet, and we can do that as many times as we need to get the sheets that we need. So, workbook is the entire thing. Worksheet is like one page within that workbook. So to make things easy for us to move around in our workbook, we name the sheets. As you can see, some of these are named Auto Sum, Basic Formula, Keyboard, but sheet 1 and sheet 7 still remain as they were automatically when they were first created. To change the name, we simply right click on that tab and we have an option here to rename. It becomes highlighted. We simply type over the new name and enter. And for this one, again, right click, rename. And now we have named sheets. We can also color them. Tab color here, right click again, tab color. Let's try this one as well, tab color. And tab color green for this one, for example. So when that sheet is active, the color is not so strong, but you can see that when you move away, it does become quite strong. This can be really good for color coordinating sections of your workbook or highlighting specific sheets that you may use a lot or refer to a lot. Moving or copying sheets. Sometimes we need to make a copy of a table, and rather than copy and paste, which is possible, and then putting it into a new sheet, it's much easier to just create a copy of that whole sheet. Then the formatting and the formulas and everything stays the same. So I'll just give you a demonstration of that. We right click on the tab of the sheet that we want to copy. There's an option here, move or copy. Don't forget to create a copy. Click that box. We have an option to put it into our existing workbook, which is book 2, or we can put it into a new book or any other workbook that we have open on our computer at that time. But for now, we're going to leave it within the workbook that we're using today, book 2, and we can see here where we want it to be placed, and let's move it to the end. We go OK, and you'll see at the end, demo table. We now have demo table 2, and they are exactly the same. This is great when creating templates or just making a copy of something that you want to make a few changes on.